Welcome back to the show, guys, and this is Vertical Football, and today we are going to be speaking about, the Premier League has drawn their curtain, and now we want to celebrate the guys that did well, the teams that did well, and the coaches that did well. So this is the full end of the season awards brought to you by Vertical Football, and I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing this with my guy here who is going to be giving us his expert opinion.
Thank you.
About players that have done very well, coaches that have done very well, and let's say young players, most beautiful saves. Yeah, beautiful save. We'll do a whole lot of things. So Casey, it's very nice to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's good to be here. So let's jump right into it. And we're starting with the top gun. Best player.
Before jump into it.
Yeah.
How have you seen this season?
This season, as a Chelsea fan or as football in general?
No, of course, Chelsea fan and football in general.
Yeah, football in general. I think I really enjoyed football this season. Coming from where I was coming from last season, playing kind of like shitty, though there was Kopama giving me the joy, but coming into this season, having a structure, having an identity, style of play, making it back into Europe after 2 years of being out.
They nearly gave you heart attack.
Did they?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I remember you were complaining and you were scared of not making it to the top 4.
Yeah. That's not even just based on Chelsea alone. I think it's based on people that are around. Nottingham Forest being there, Aston Villa being there. But you'd have known, if you watch the video, you find out like I was optimistic.
And I like the fact that, the Premier League gives us different drama every season. Last season, it was like the last day.
Yeah.
Arsenal and Man City were dragging for the league. It came to the final day. This season, it was top 4. Top 4 came to the last,
to the last day,
and it just played out well. Funny enough, Newcastle lost.
Yeah.
Everton. We used to talk about this Everton team.
Very, very dangerous.
Very dangerous. That team, you can't need a point and go and play Everton. You can't need a win and go and play Everton.
Yeah, in a very tight position. Yeah.
Everton beat them. The day Man U are not supposed to win their game, they came out and won their game.
I was very happy with the Man U team. I was very, very happy. Like I was jumping around, I was dancing. Manchester United. That was like the first time in a very long time I celebrated Manchester United scoring. It was a thing of joy for me, and I'm very grateful to the Manchester United team. You guys actually helped our life, made the whole thing easy. But let's go right into the accolades now, and let's start with the top gun. Yeah, the top gun. Who has been your best player this season?
This doesn't need any other. We don't need to talk about this.
I feel like to some extent we'll get debates, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Of course, it's Mo Salah.
Mo Salah.
Do you have any person?
No. Why can't he be Van Dijk? It's a good season for the two players. Why does he always have to be the ones?
Of course, he played well this season,
but scoring goals.
Trust me, if you take away Mo Salah's contribution to that Liverpool team, Liverpool be like 10th position. You understand? The guy scored some,
life-saving goals. Yeah, like the one against Brighton.
Made a lot of assists. There are a lot of assists that there are some of his assists that they did. I won't call it assists because they didn't score.
They removed it, yeah.
Understand that, So, and he won almost all the individual awards,
best player of the season, best playmaker.
So, for me, he is the player of the season.
Yeah, definitely. It's Mo Salah. It's Mo Salah for me.
Yeah.
And let's move right into the next one, which is like the future of this game, the future of the Premier League, the young player of the season. I think this season we tend to see a whole lot of young boys doing well in the Premier League. Who stood out, or who is the talent that stood out for you?
For me, I have 2 of them. Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice.
I have Lewis Skelly. And Ryan Gravenberch.
Ryan Gravenberch, yeah.
I don't know. I just want to, because Liverpool won the league, I want to give it to Ryan. But still, this Skelly, this boy at his age is very stubborn.
He's he's a very different
He plays like a matured player. Yeah. You won't know he's even 18. He plays like a 25 years old defender. You understand?
No, for me, I think on my side, who takes the award, I think is going to be Gravenberch.
Yeah.
Being like he was at the heartbeat of Liverpool's squad this season.
But at a point, Gravenberch fell off.
Yeah, he had weak legs.
Played more than
half of the
like 80% of the game of this type of place before he starts falling off. You understand? So I'll still give it to him because he impressed me this season. Let me don't lie.
Yeah. So on my own side, I'll take it. I'll take it for Ryan. What's it called? For Ryan Gravenberch. He really had a very good time at Liverpool. Played really well and was very important. But about Lewis Kelly, I think coming out to an Arsenal team with the level of players that they have, and you can still find your way into the team at 17.
And you know what? At that age, like, dude, they have two left back.
Two left back, yeah.
They have this guy, what's his name?
There is Tierney and there is Calafiori.
Oh man, they have 3 left back. Like, he was benching 3 left back. There's Calafiori, there's Tierney, there is what's this guy name? That played for Man City.
Man City, who is that?
Their left back.
Zinchenko.
So that guy actually benched 3
all of these people,
left backs at his age. You get so.
No, it's very good, and I know we're speaking about the Premier League, but another part I feel like he impressed the most was coming off the big stage.
Yes,
playing against Man City in the 5-1 or 5-0 thrashing, and he was up there playing. Look at the match against Madrid. He was not lost. He was there. He was actually playing for them. Look at the match against PSG. He was up. He was standing. He was playing. I think it's a very, very big, like, kudos to Martin Lewis Kelly. Kudos. And we hope to see more and more of playing time in the Arsenal team, because I feel like it's not just an opportunity. It's a position that he deserves. Yeah. He deserves to play.
And I like that he's very physical. Crazy.
And his ball carrying ability is
another
level to like he takes the ball on and just go. So let's not just stay on that alone. And now we are talking about 2 players, the best player and the young player. Now let's give accolades. Let's give credit to the tactical mind, manager of the season. Who is that manager that really impressed you this season? And I'm very sure there are a whole lot of them.
Yeah. I think one actually stood out for me.
Yeah.
I think I'll pick Nuno. I'm a Liverpool fan. Yeah. I respect the work
and his lot
did for Liverpool. He gave his best. He tried, you know, coming to the league for the first time. He just, surprised everybody and won the league. But what Nuno did with Nottingham Forest, man, if you had asked me from the beginning of the season, I would have tell you, Nottingham Forest would be like, 13,
14, yeah.
Bro, for a long time, this guy was on the 2nd position. For like almost 10 weeks. Not 10 weeks, but he was there for a long time.
Active.
Very active. He was winning games. You could not even score him. Do you know, we'll still get to that. Yes, you could not even score his team.
Yeah.
And those guys were very good on counter.
That's their game. Yeah.
It was when the season was coming to an end, that's when they started losing and, drawing games. And that's which actually affected them to, but at least they are there in the Conference League, which is where they actually belong. Yeah. I don't think they will compete well in the Champions League. I don't think so.
So they
can go find the Conference League. They can do it. They can beat those guys.
Yeah.
You understand? So I will give that man manager of the season.
I think it's well deserved that, because I was looking up Nottingham Forest from last 2 years, and I found out last 2 years they were 16th position at the end of the season with 38 points. When it was last season, they were 32 points and sitting on 17 in the league. And out of those 2 kind of what we can call a shitty season, and all of a sudden, look at them at the end of this season, and they want to go and compete in Europe. They almost even got into the Champions League spot, if not for the last loss against Chelsea. And I think Nuno Espirito has done a very, very, very good job for this club. The only thing I see, like, as something I feel they should work on is having a plan B. Now, why do I say a plan B? Because their plan, when you watch Nottingham Forest this season play football, is they sit back, they contain you, then they eat you on counter.
Except they are better than you.
Yeah, with Morgan Gibbs-White taking the ball, moving, looking for either Elanga or Otsin-Odoi, and all those ones just move in and finish off with Chris Wood, who got like a very, very good amount of goals this season. But when it's getting to the end of the season, they could not keep up. They had something they did.
You can't sustain that kind of play for a long time. It's not possible.
And it was even more of, when they now sit back, when you score them first, that's the end of it. You can even see it in their countenance, like, morale is dropped.
Yeah,
they cannot just move forward and do all of this. But if they work on those things, get new players in and strengthen up and get a plan A, plan B, and if possible a plan C, I think they will be competing for the top 7 again in the Premier League.
Definitely.
Yeah, so let's move to the most exciting part, which I feel like it will take a whole lot of mind to remember this part.
Yeah.
But the one that actually stood out is what we'll speak about, which is the goal of the season. The goal of the season.
I think, for this particular award, sometimes it's always biased because you can't watch every goal.
You cannot, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so the point is you have to just give us that one that stuck to your mind. That one where you just
I watch and I was
it's
like,
on a repeat on your mind.
It was what is this? Mitoma's goal against Chelsea.
Woo! That's my goal of the season, honestly.
Yeah.
That goal was from a different world.
But this guy going to see to Kopama go as well said it was Wolves.
Yeah, against Wolves.
They've done a lot of brilliant goals. I can't just.
How about Mamouche against Everton in this last match? That screamer from like 30 yards.
Ooh, that's true.
No, against Bournemouth rather.
Yeah.
Against Bournemouth.
See, they've been
a whole lot of goals, but I think for me is Mitoma's goal because number one, you just look at where he was standing and he knows what the keeper wants to do. According to because I watched that match and it was very painful.
If you tell me don't watch it, I'll fight you.
It was very painful. Like you see where the keeper has seen him. It was something like they knew that they wanted to do, so he just gave him. And I think that first touch was the killer for everybody.
I'm telling you, mad.
Brought the ball down perfectly and just sent Chaloba and the other guy into the desert and just went the other way and he placed the ball. That was top class goal. Top class goal.
Moving on, let's
so we both agree on the same goal. Yeah. So let's move on into the next one, which is going to be the signing of the season. The best signing of the season. Yeah, you have to give us the player that stood heads and shoulders for you this season.
I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but let me call him Nikola Milenkovic.
Milenkovic of Nottingham Forest. Boy.
Central back,
yeah.
I don't know. I've been watching that guy. He surprised me. When they first bought him, I don't feel like he was a good player, but he outperformed my
expectations.
Yes. So I think
it's the guy.
A lot of people that performed this season in the Premier League are people that have been in the league.
Yeah.
So he did well. He did a very good job.
One of that signing that came from Juventus to Bournemouth for me is Dean Oisin, the guy that's left for Real Madrid now. Yeah, I think I really like the technical ability of the guy and he's chill, he's calm, he's a very calculative person. He looks more to me like a midfielder than a defender that he is. But you can see levels don't lie. Yeah. He's gone out of Bournemouth and off to Madrid. So no much talk on the signing part. So another interesting part here is we want to give accolades to the collective effort, which we would like you to give us your view on. What do you think the team of the season is? Is it team of the season or let me say team performance? Yeah, team performance of the season.
No.
You look at these clubs, you look at people I think people that should be on our radar should be Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, though they didn't get it to the end. Liverpool, we should be looking at Aston Villa. We should be looking at Brentford. We should be looking at Newcastle. Yeah. And to some extent, should I say Chelsea because of the young...
Chelsea. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why I'm going to put Chelsea?
Yeah.
Chelsea gave us glimpse of hope and they lost it. Trust me, if Chelsea had not fallen off early, Chelsea would have been... They will be dragging for the league, top 4, you understand? Because they were in a very good shape, and they fell off real bad. You understand? It was this ending of this thing that they came back. You understand? If not for that,
yeah. But honestly, to counter your thought process there, if we are doing the same thing for Chelsea, we should be doing the same thing for Bournemouth. We should be doing the same thing for Nottingham Forest.
Don't compare. Don't compare because, of course, in anything you can't compare in terms of finance, in terms of quality, in terms of anything, you can't compare Chelsea to. Chelsea should be compared to the likes of Liverpool. You understand? Chelsea is a big team. Forget the fact that these past 2 years have not been actually
the best.
Of course, I don't like to. I won't compare my team performance with the likes of Everton.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I would not do that because the kind of what they expect, just like Salah now. Salah is expected in the league goals. In the season should be scoring like 20 league goals.
Yeah.
Now if Salah do like 12, 15, you'll be like, come on.
Underperformance.
Look at what is this Tottenham striker?
Solanke.
Solanke to score 10.
They're not on the same level, yeah.
They're not on the same level, you understand?
Yeah.
So don't compare Chelsea.
No, honestly, I get where you're coming from. This is where I'm coming from when I say Chelsea. If you look at the Chelsea squad is the youngest, the average. When we're looking at average, we're looking at 23 years. That's the youngest squad in the Premier League. So we're looking at Chelsea based on who Chelsea is. But if you look at this squad, look at the coach that they got, look at the players that you have in squad. The only experience you have in Chelsea now is Reece James. That's the only person you can say has experience because he has won the Champions League.
Sancho is there. Sancho don't play very well. Sancho has been.
Sancho is not even in the starting 11.
He was before he fell off.
I don't think he wants
to has won Champions League too now.
The Chalobah win the Champions League. Yes, he did. Yeah, but you look at it. Look at the names you are calling James.
But my team performance, I will have to still give it to Nottingham Forest.
I'm giving my team performance to Nottingham Forest.
Surprise me. Let me not lie to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
They did a very, very great job.
Yeah.
They beat people that we didn't really expect they were going to beat this season, and the result at the end showed for it. They are in Europe playing in the Conference League. So let's move right into the next one, and here we are going to the one position that to some extent I believe is one of the most important position on the pitch, which is the goalkeeping. Yeah, and here we are going to be giving accolades to the save of the season. A whole lot of saves, but which one caught your eyes that you had to like watch on a repeated?
There's one particular one, Martinez versus Nottingham Forest. Bro, like they played the ball.
Yeah.
The ball was going on, so the guy just rolled. The keeper just rolled. It's not as if he did that on purpose, but he rolled on the floor, and the way he brought the ball back, bro, it was magical. Yes. Then also there is a Raya save against Aston Villa.
Whoa, that one.
Twice. Yeah.
That was the first one hits the bar and was coming back. The guy heard it and he still showed up. I think on my own side, I think I want to give it to. I have a couple of saves in my mind that are very good. And number one for the goalkeeper is Martinez, and the person I see again is Marcels. But the third one I think was the one who stood out for me, and which is Onana in the beginning of the season.
Okay.
Is a match against Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park where there was a shot from outside and he dived for the shot and he stopped it. Then Ismail Assar was running towards the ball the ball bounced up and he was just going to jab it into the net. I don't think Onana was trying to catch the ball. He was just jumping
to guide.
And he just saved it.
I think I watched that
was like, he just stood out for me. I don't know. I believe at that point I should remember that I clapped for him like, this was good save.